tonight on Elon Local News.
The students in Crest apartments finally have answers, but they're not the answers they were looking for.
Elon police are searching for a suspicious person. What to look out for when you're walking on campus.
And one Elon student shows us what it takes to be a weightlifter.
All that and more.
Elon Local News starts right now.
Live from the Jane and Brian Williams studio at Elon University School of Communications, you're watching Elon Local News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rachel Ellis.
And I'm Perry Elliott Durrani. We begin tonight with some new updates on the Crest apartments and how it affects Elon students.
After almost a month of living in a hotel, sophomore Callie Crocco is feeling
disconnected, and I feel kind of in the dark.
That was a few days ago. Now she says
We completely lost hope.
Crocco, along with 46 other residents of Crest Apartment Building 2020, have been living about 3 miles away from Elon's campus in the Burlington Best Western for almost a month, relocated due to a cracked and sagging concrete floor. The residents had hope of returning to their apartments, but were told over the weekend they'd permanently be relocated for the semester.
We want to be on campus. We're sophomores in college, and living that far away it's just stressful, and it's difficult.
According to Vice President of University Communications, Dan Anderson, there are only 12 on-campus locations available at a first-come, first-served basis. This leaves the other 35 students moving into an off-campus apartment complex that's still an 8-minute drive away.
My roommates and I don't want to split up, so we're either going to stay together and live really far away, or we're going to split up and kind of spend the rest of the semester pretty miserable.
ENN contacted Elon Residence Life, who referred us to Anderson. He did not provide any information on the building repairs or Elon's status on renting off-campus apartments. ENN also called and emailed the building's owner, the Price Company, 12 times over a period of 3 weeks since the incident. They responded today. And they've said that they dedicated their time to communicating timely with students, parents, Elon University staff members, and contractors. But Crocco says she has not had this experience.
It doesn't seem to be a sense of urgency. There doesn't seem to be a sense of deadlines. Like they'll say, oh, we'll send an email update on Friday, and then we don't get an update, and we have to reach out to them. So it's kind of been this cycle of reaching out over and over again, sometimes getting a response, sometimes waiting a few days.
When the students first moved out, they were told they had 30 minutes to pack for at least 10 days. But now, it's been almost 4 weeks. Price Company said in a statement to its residents, it is collecting the remaining items out of the apartments and moving them to their new homes. Jackie Pascal, Elon Local News. And in a response to ENN, the Price Company said all of the Crest apartments were inspected in the summer and didn't expect any future problems.
Town of Elon police and campus security are now asking for the Elon community's help after a police report was filed last week. According to campus security, senior Brooke Lowry was followed by a car in the Elon Community Church parking lot last Tuesday. Lowry says the driver was asked her the time and continued to follow her in the parking lot before she changed direction. The car is described as a red Toyota Corolla with a temporary license plate. The driver is only described as a male who's wearing a black hoodie at the time of the incident. Elon campus security asks that any students with information that they call them at 336-278-5555.
Kenneth, thank you so much for joining us. We have Kenneth Brown Jr. here to talk about what he's running for this next year. So Kenneth, can you tell us a little bit about that? What position are you running for and why?
Yes, so I'm running to be the next student body president of Elon University because Elon, one, has given me so many opportunities, and I feel that this is a good way to give back to the university. And two, just to begin to change the way leadership is done on this campus, begin to make sure people not only just have a seat at the table, but when they come to the table, make sure that they have the resources and the ability to contribute to the dialogues and discussions.
Okay, and Kenneth, you are running unopposed.
Yes.
Why do you think this might be?
I wanted that every single day. I talk to many students, and I think one of it is because a significant amount of students think that I'm the right person for the job and that I would do a good job, which for me is humbling and something that I don't take for granted every day.
Now, Kenneth, we also understand that there's a lot of positions that are either unopposed or not run for at all.
Yeah.
Now, in that case, you appoint who fills in that position.
Yes.
So what's your decision-making process when you're going to go about this, selecting who's going to fill those roles?
Yeah, that's actually something I started to think about last night. Some people have already reached out to me saying, hey, if there's something open, I would be interested. It's going to come down to one, what's open, two, are students interested in, three, the time that they'll be able to commit to the dedication, well, to the position, and four, just what they stand for, their values, their belief, and if they feel that they will be able to contribute positively not only to their position but to the student government as a whole.
And Kenneth, as president, what kind of mark do you want to leave on this campus?
I hope to leave. That's a good question. I don't know just yet. Okay. I want to be able to make sure that Elon is in a good position as we enter the new decade. I want to make sure that students who look like me, potential students on this campus now, know that yes, if you want to run for student body president, if you want to run for leadership, if you want to do amazing things, you can do it, and don't let nobody stop you.
Thank you so much for being here, Kenneth.
We
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And coming up, how parking comes with a price tag, but how much does it cost?
You're watching Elon Local News.
Governor Jamil Kadura says the Elon location will open in the next 10 to 12 days. The Deli under Park Place Apartments will serve a variety of Mediterranean food and offer full catering services. Any Elon student interested in working at the Deli can send an email to catering@mediterraneandeli.com. Elon News Network is speaking with Kadura Tuesday morning, so be sure to check out our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for that full interview.
And with a Deli opening, parking in the residential lot will be closed to students. Jack Norcross has more on the cost breakdown of parking across campus.
There is parking all over campus, but what you want to pay may determine where you can park. Looking to live in Mill Point? A parking pass comes free with your housing costs. If you plan on living in Deli, Colonnades, Loy Center, Historic, or Oaks, a parking pass is going to cost you $160 a year. Parking for the Global neighborhood only costs $80, but there's a catch. Residents are required to move their cars on football game days, and the parking lot closest to the neighborhood is limited. If you decide to live off campus next year, commuter students will be able to park in Deli, Colonnades, Hunt Softball, the Wellness Center, and Mill Point lots for the price of $160. While this might sound expensive, Elon is relatively cheap compared to most North Carolina colleges and universities. At NC State, parking will cost you $370. Duke makes you pay $402. UNC Chapel Hill is $451, and UNC Greensboro charges you nearly $500 to park your car on campus. So wherever you may live next year, make sure you consider the parking costs in the neighborhood you choose. Jack Norcross, Elon Local News.
Campus police will begin towing vehicles and parking spots marked retail beginning on February 19th. And for more information about parking and towing, you can visit elon.edu/safety.
And starting today, you can join in on painting Elon purple. This week, Colleges Against Cancer is hosting Paint the Campus Purple Week, a week dedicated to spreading awareness about cancer and raising money for the American Cancer Society. Starting tomorrow, Smitty's will be making an exclusive purple birthday cake ice cream to commemorate the week. Junior Karina Hernandez says the week is important because nearly everyone knows someone affected by cancer.
And for me personally, I lost one of my cousins when I was in high school, and ever since then I was really involved in relay at my high school and now into college as well. So it's just something that I'm a part of, so we can one day find the cure for cancer and kind of end it so people don't have to go through what
For a full list of events this week, visit Elon's Colleges Against Cancer Facebook page.
Burlington is also changing colors this week to celebrate 125 years. Tomorrow, the Burlington Municipal Building will be lit up in blue and gold as a reminder of the anniversary. Even the ice cream will be blue and gold as Smitty's is releasing a new flavor for the event. The ice cream, food, and drinks will be available from 6 to 7:30 p.m.
On Wednesday, Elon Feminists for Equality, Change and Transformation, or EFFECT, are putting on a production of the Vagina Monologues. The play is a series of personal stories that celebrate women's strength and sexuality and are performed as a part of the National Valentine's Day movement to end violence against women. The event will be in Whitley Auditorium at 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. Admission is $5, and the proceeds for that will benefit the Crossroads Sexual Assault Response and Resource Center of Alamance County.
And it may not be Elon's traditional maroon and gold, but this week is all about purple, green, and gold for Mardi Gras tomorrow. Elon Dining kicked off the party in Clohan Hall last week, where students had the chance to listen to live jazz music and eat some Fat Tuesday favorites. Freshman Emma Scott Singletary is a Louisiana native and says Mardi Gras is more than just a fun celebration.
I think a lot of people think it's just like a huge week of partying, but it really is a time that like families come together. I know that a lot of the afternoon parades are when like the kids will come out, and you'll have parties at your house where it's just like these huge social gatherings with friends and family.
And the celebration continues tomorrow. The Truett Center will be hosting a New Orleans-style party at 5 p.m. at the McBride Gathering Space in the Newman Lumen Pavilion.
And following Mardi Gras tomorrow, Ash Wednesday is this week, marking the beginning of Lent in the Christian religion. Elon's Catholic Campus Ministry will be holding 2 services on Wednesday at the Community Church and a prayer service at Newman Lumen. Director of CCM, Trun Hyung Duck, says Wednesday is a good time to reflect.
Hopefully when students attend one of those services that they are mindful of maybe some of their shortcomings, as it pertains to their Christian life.
All are welcome to receive ashes during a worship service beginning the Christian season of Lent. There will be a service at 12:15 and a Catholic Mass at 9 p.m. That's still Wednesday. A shorter Ash Wednesday service is also available in the Sacred Space, Newman Lumen Pavilion. That's at 3:30 p.m.
And coming up, how Elon is celebrating Black History Month and how you can get involved.
It's been a rainy few days here at Elon. Will it continue? Find out after the break.
You're watching Elon Local News.
The Elon community continues to celebrate Black History Month this February. Senior Student Coordinator for the Center of Race, Ethnicity, and Diversity Education, or CREED, Sierra Seawright, says while the university says it values diversity, she doesn't see much diversity on campus. Seawright says events like the Phoenix Fusion Weekend, an admissions event where admitted seniors from underrepresented populations, it can mislead students about how diverse the campus actually is.
No matter what you do with a program, when you want students to know that they are welcomed here, they're going to feel slightly misleading, because you're going to bring all those people of different identities together, and that's obviously not what the school is like, and that's why you're bringing them together anyway, so it's obviously going to be misleading. But I think the fact that it's in place anyway is important.
But Seawright hopes that events during Black History Month will help promote diversity on campus. The CREED has already hosted 5 events for Black History Month this month and is set to host 13 more.
I would hope that people overall feel educated and don't feel scared to ask questions and engage with Black students and learn about Black culture. And not that it's all about teaching other people. It's a moment to celebrate who we are and what our people have been through.
The next event will be held tomorrow. The CREED will host activities and games aimed at teaching people the history of Black people at Elon during college coffee, starting at 9:40.
The 2018 Elon Ball, hosted by the Student Government Association, brought in approximately 1,200 participants, which is 300 more than last year's first annual Elon Ball. With a budget of $20,000, SGA spent about $16 on every student who attended the Elon Ball Friday night. Originally created as a way to unite Elon students, SGA plans on continuing the event in years to come.
For more about what's going on around campus, we brought in Emmanuel Morgan live in the newsroom to talk more about this week's edition of The Pendulum.
Hey guys, so we have a really good paper come out this week. Our front page is about the Valentine's Day and how LGBTQ people celebrate that. Also, we have a long distance story about how relationships and long distance work on Elon's campus. And last but not least, we have an exit profile, a Morgan veterinarian, and how she felt during her presidency. That's all I have. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Emmanuel. And if you're looking to try something new for dinner, Lakeside has some new options. The dining hall is offering a new vegan menu for the spring as part of the recent addition of vegan products. Aramark dietitian Amanda Sarah says while vegan options are offered in Clohan Dining Hall and Greenworld, there was a gap in Lakeside. Sarah says the new menus will provide a greater food variety for students and cater to their dietary needs.
There's more and more students that are health conscious, their sustainability efforts, and also our sustainability efforts. You know, we see that all these students come in, especially like new students, and they want more availability. They want an easy station to just go to, and they know that it's vegan.
Aramark plans to expand the vegan sections to all dining halls, including the new McEwen Dining Hall set to open in the fall.
18 Elon students and alumni have been named semifinalists for the Fulbright U.S. student grants. Every year, Fulbright awards 1,900 grants annually in all fields of study. Winners are offered research, study, and teaching opportunities in more than 140 countries after graduation. Finalists will be notified as early as late March.
And coming up next week, a new Community Connections event where students, faculty, staff, and locals can gather to discuss a chosen topic in a respectful environment. On Wednesday, February 21st, there will be a discussion on the erosion of public trust. The event will take place in McKinnon Hall in Moseley at 7 p.m. And admission is free and no ticket is required. And we have our Courtney Weiner live outside on Citrone Plaza.
Hopefully she can tell us a little bit about this weather we've been having. It was so nice on Friday, and then it stopped being nice.
It really, and it's raining right now, so
Is
we're
she
hoping
standing
Courtney's
out there
staying
right
warm.
now in the rain?
Courtney, tell us what's going on out there.
I walked out of my dorm. It was a solid temperature of 62 degrees. There was no sun in the sky, which is quite upsetting. But we did see some rain showers throughout the day. It's been off and on raining out here on Citrone Plaza. It was also very humid a little bit, so that was an interesting weather pattern. Moving into the Phoenix 5-day forecast, tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll see a high of 42 and a low of 35, so it's going to cool down. Pretty dry day. We should see some clouds. Moving into Wednesday, it's going to rain throughout the day with a high of 60 and a low of 54. Moving into Thursday, it's going to warm up a lot. We're going to see a high of 75 and a low of 60. Right now, it's saying there should be some clouds, hopefully no rain. Then looking into Friday, we're going to see a high of 69, a low of 37, and the rain should pick up again. We'll see showers scattered throughout the day, and it should go into Saturday as well. It's going to cool down. We're going to see a high of 45 and a low of 32, and showers should last throughout the day. So keep your rain jacket and rain boots handy because you're going to need them. Live on Citrone Plaza, I'm Courtney Weiner. Back to you in the studio.
Well, Courtney, hopefully you're staying dry and hopefully the weather will clear up soon. Thank you.
I'm Miles Garrett. I'm talking sports. I've got some highlights. Plus, I got to speak to Elon's version of Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't want to miss this. Stick around. Well, as most Hoops fans know, March Madness is right around the corner, and it seems like the women's basketball team is pretty well aware. On a display of pure dominance yesterday, Charlotte Smith's squad easily took down the College of Charleston 97-44. Wow. Shea Burnett and Jalen Powell each netted 15 points in what ended up being a great showing for an alumni gym audience draped in pink for the annual Play for K game. The Phoenix are keeping pace in the CAA seeding for the upcoming tournament in March. Elon is currently in third place. And as winter sports slowly comes to an end, spring sports are starting to heat up. The Elon softball team threw its first pitch of the season in a doubleheader against Charlotte. Phoenix dropped both games, but will have a chance to rebound this Wednesday at home against UNC Chapel Hill. Baseball will also have its opening day this Thursday at Latham Park against UNC Wilmington before a weekend series against Penn State. And this week, I got to see how one Elon student prepares for a physique competition, and he just might be the Phoenix own version of Hercules.
For many, weightlifting can be a chore, but for Elon sophomore Eric Krasinski, it's a way to express himself.
It's a way to truly reach, or at least try to reach that true potential of your body. It's it's a form of art, I guess.
Korzinski is preparing to compete in a classic physique show this May to show off all his muscle pumping work.
This is going to be a long prep. I've been in probably about 3 weeks now. So I think once I step on stage and I display myself for the judges, it's going to be a little nerve-wracking.
In a physique show, participants are judged on their physical appearance with an emphasis on body symmetry and muscle mass. And Korzinski's intensive gym schedule is aimed at achieving that.
And I'll do 20, 30 minutes of cardio that day, kind of switch it up each time. And then later in the day, I'll do my resistance training with the weights.
Bodybuilding isn't just heavy lifting, though. There's a lot of strict dieting, too. But you don't need to tell Eric that, because he has his meals planned for the whole week.
Here, this is my most recent prep. Starting to run.
Meals are made in advance every week so Korzinski can stay on track with his diet, which includes staying about from cookout shakes.
You're not eating for enjoyment, you're eating for, the betterment of your body. So the ice cream's limited, the cake is limited.
Although it's difficult, Korzinski says he's willing to put in the work because in the end, the payoff will be worth all the wait.
It was just cool to see the way your body can change if you put it under some stress, and it definitely helps mentally too. So it's more of it's a game against yourself. It's just you versus yourself. So.
Eric's competition will take place in Greensboro at the end of May, so he has just a couple more months of his intense prep before he finally hits the stage.
Thank you, Miles.
That is wild.
Wow.
Did you see how ripped that guy was?
And the type of dedication and time commitment, I mean, I was in awe by, he sits there and physically meal preps for the week. I wish I could do that.
Oh
my
gosh,
I
me
don't
too.
see it happening.
I plan my meals maybe half an hour in advance.
Right,
I'm just
right.
what am I feeling today?
Right, and it's really great to see. I think a lot of students in college, I know Miles was telling us earlier that, he started to get involved with weightlifting because, he's busy with sports in college, and now, he has more time to hit the gym and stuff. And I think that's a big, a common theme amongst college students, not being able to have that sport every day, and now hitting the gym as like a pastime is definitely very common.
Oh, good pastime to have.
It's very
absolutely.
healthy.
That's all the news we have for you tonight. Thanks for joining us.
And for all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, be sure to check out our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.